Hello, everybody, and welcome to the unboxing and review of The Gift of Life Tarot by Alice Smeets. She is the same creator that did the Ghetto Tarot, and as you can see, they come in pretty similar sized boxes. This Ghetto Tarot has come out a few years ago, and I absolutely love it. Alice Smeets is a European photographer, and she got together with these Haitian artists to create the Ghetto Tarot. There is an unboxing review of this deck as well. I'm going to link it below, and you guys can check it out if you would like it. Now, she came out with another one called the Gift of Life Tarot. And this one is kind of like a culmination of a lot of her different work. The Ghetto Tarot, like I said, it was made in Haiti with a bunch of Haitian artists. The Gift of Life Tarot is really a lot of her different artwork, a lot of her different travels and stuff. So it comes in a beautiful box like this. You have the Gift of Life Tarot. I do love this gold. It's not, shiny gold. It's just a matte print, but I do like the texture of it. Then you have a sample of 3 cards. It's real moments, it's raw moments, it's magical. It's the Gift of Life Tarot. It contains 78 cards, including 3 tarot spreads in the guidebook. All right, so it just opens up like this. You got your lid. It's honestly a very sturdy box. It's got a bit of a texture to it, but it's a very sturdy box. Then you have your white book. Honestly, Alice Smeets creates pretty meaty little white books, is what we call them, right? Little guidebooks. Here you have her name, Alice Smeets. Let's check it out. So you have your table of contents. The Gift of Life Tarot explaining what it is, how it came to be, and all that good stuff. Bit of an intro to it about the tarot. So if you're new to tarot, you can get a bit of a history and explanation to it. I personally would not recommend this deck for a beginner because while the images are absolutely incredible, this is one of my favorite tarot decks of all time. If you're just learning tarot, the symbolism that we normally look for in traditional tarot decks, by traditional, right, I mean Rider-Waite-Smith or these, Rider-Waite-Smith, the classic Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, or the Thoth tarot. It's very photography based, so you're not going to really find those symbolisms that much. Gifts and challenges, that's really interesting, because this is actually talking about how to read the card upright and in reverse, and how you can actually use this deck for like everyday life, for example. How the tarot is interwoven in real everyday life. So then you have the life purpose spread. You have, it did say 3 spreads, didn't it? So we have find the gifts in difficulty situations spread. I really like that one. Then you have the hidden talents spread. Then we get into the card meanings. So pretty much you're going to get a page for everyone. This is the major arcana. The minor arcana is the same thing. You get a full page of it. You do get a small black and white depiction of the deck. You get the gifts, which is the card upright. And then you get the challenges, which would be the card in reverse or upside down. You have a paragraph describing kind of what, so this one, for example, is the Ace of Air, which would be the Ace of Swords. Then you have a paragraph explaining what the card means, things like that. The real life moment is really cool because here in the real life moment, she explains where she took the picture, which I love that. I love that you get to know where the picture was taken. For example, here we're looking at temperance, gifts, challenges. We have a wise man adapts himself to circumstances as water molds itself to the pitcher. So that's really interesting, right? She kind of explains the classical meaning of the card. The real life moment, she explains why she chose that certain image. I chose to depict the temperance card as a young American woman and mother called Alana Bliss. So I love that you get the name of them too. Walking through the jungle of Costa Rica in 2015. So you get to see where the picture was taken, and then you have the life purpose reading, which is like a deeper meaning of what the card is. And that happens throughout all of them. So there was really, honestly, a lot of thought, a lot of love that went into the making of this book. You have final words of wisdom, some fun, easy tarot tricks. Let's look up one. To find out how to empower yourself to move forward, shuffle the cards and find the seventh card down from the top of the deck. I love that. And then you have the creators, Alice Smeets. Of course, she's the main. She's Belgian. I knew she was European, but I wasn't sure where she was from. Mandy Herman is a skilled Belgian graphic artist who put the pieces together. Very cool. And then a little final thanks to you. And that's your book. That's your white book. Okay, so these are the cards. I love these backs. I love their simplicity, but I love them. So any dents you guys see on the corners here, like I just saw one, it's because I've used this deck a lot. I've recently put it in order for us so we can go through this unboxing. Here's the box. Once you open it, you have these little borders here, but then the cards just stay inside, obviously. Now, I have here a classic, the original Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, and you can see it's much bigger, right? It's definitely taller, definitely wider. So it's a bit like, let's say, an oracle-sized deck, but that doesn't bother me. I don't have huge hands, but I have an okay-sized hands, I guess, if that makes any sense. So I can grab it this way. But if you've got smaller hands, you can kind of grab it long ways and just shuffle that way. The cardstock is actually pretty good. It's flexible. It bends very easily, but you can tell it's very durable. Like, it's going to last you a long time. I found it to be, if you know the Ghetto Tarot by Alice Smeets, of course, if you have this deck, this is a little bit thicker. I found the cardstock to be a little bit thicker than, of course, the Gift of Life, but you can still tell it's going to be very durable. It's going to last you a long time. I'm a riffle shuffler, so you kind of take the deck and you do like this situation, right? And it lasts very well. And I've used this deck quite a bit. Okay, so let's go through the cards. I will be showing you guys all of the cards. I'm going to show you all 78 of them. They are in order. If you don't want to see them, you can skip ahead. You can see just a few of them, or you can skip this part altogether. But I will be showing you all of them. So we start with the Fool. I do love this font that she chose. So we have the Fool. How cute is this kid? So as you can see, some of us are very familiar with tarot. Maybe some of us aren't. But normally you see a Fool kind of like about to walk out of a cliff. He's holding a white rose. There's a dog with him. There's usually the sun up here. So we clearly don't see that. But it is a child. And the Fool is sometimes called the child or the hero or the dreamer, right? So I do find that this is still very relatable. I love this magician. It's so beautiful. This High Priestess is one of my favorite High Priestesses of all time. There's such power in this card, in this image. I'm going to just warn you guys now. I love, love, love these images. I love all of these images. So you're going to get tired of hearing me say, wow. I mean, look at this emperor. Look at that headdress he's wearing. I mean, amazing. They changed it here to High Priest. Normally we see the Hierophant, but I love calling him the High Priest. Especially I love that he's a monk. The Lovers. And the explanation of the cards, like who they are and what it is that they're doing here, right? It's explained in the book. Alice Smeets does a really good job at explaining the images, why she chose them, and all that. Hermit. I do like this Fortune card. So the Fortune is actually the Wheel of Fortune in a different tarot deck. Maybe, if you're new to tarot, you're not quite sure why they changed the names. It would be the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I do love that. It reminds me a little bit of the Six of Swords. If you guys know it, there's that boat and kind of like moving forward on the water. But the Wheel of Fortune too is a card of movement forward, right? It's a card of like karma and going towards the future. So I love that. This Justice card is the only one I kind of don't love. I mean, the image is beautiful. I can't take away from his eyes and his face and the expression in his face. It's absolutely stunning. However, traditionally, or I would expect to see Justice holding scales or holding a sword or something. To me, this is just a really beautiful and striking portrait. Um, but honestly, that's why I want to recommend this deck for a beginner, because you're looking at symbolism, you're looking at clues to give you that it's Justice besides just the name, and you can't maybe quite find it. However, we can maybe look at this guy and, I mean, I don't know, his clothes look really nice. I like those clothes. I like that scarf and this shirt, but maybe you want to bring justice to him or something like that. Anyway, we got the Hanged Man. This death card is so cool. Temperance, we kind of gave that reading a little bit. Now, once again, I have the regular Temperance here because it's what I used to show you guys the back. And I pulled Temperance. So this would be, see how different they are, right? I mean, Temperance, we have this angel walking in between, right? He's balancing between water and earth. He's balancing between the ethereal realm and the physical realm. So we can also intuit this deck as she's balancing, right? She's balancing between the two here. So we can intuit that way. But as you can see, it's not really a beginner's deck. This devil is so cool. This tower, I mean, it's like everything crumbled afterwards. So interesting. The star. The moon. I love this one. The sun, of course, is our cover image. Judgment. This Judgment to me made sense, right? Because usually we see an angel on top blowing a trumpet. This guy is blowing a trumpet. He's got this, kind of reminds me a little bit of like Mary Poppins' umbrella. He's about to like fly away. The World. I love this card. Every time I see her face, like her smile just really makes me smile. So and these colors, I mean, look at the beauty of these colors. Oh my God, I love that. This Ace of Fire. So this deck is divided by elements, right? We have, traditionally, we would see wands, cups, swords, and pentacles or coins. Here we have fire, water, air, and earth, respectively. So we got Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands. I love her face. She's got just the best smile ever. You got the Two of Fire, the Three of Fire, this Five of Fire, kind of like going back to Justice a little bit, I have a bit of an issue because she looks like she's smiling. They both look like they're just kind of having a good time. Whereas the Five of Fire or Five of Wands is a card of challenges, competitions, a bit of a struggle too. So I would like to see maybe their faces really fighting versus like play fight. However, it's not really so out of what the card means that I'm like bothered by it. It's really not that big of a deal. Oh my God, this Six of Fire. This little girl is so cute. I love her attitude, and I love this shine right here. Seven of Fire, standing your ground, exactly, using your voice to really yell and claim your space. Eight of Fire would be the Eight of Wands, movement forward, fast movement. I love these guys. Nine of Fire. He looks, I don't know if it's the position or maybe this guy is just really tall, but he looks really tall. And it relates to the Nine of Fire because Nine of Fire has to do with boundaries, but it also has to do with physical strength. And the 10 of Fire. So this one is Son of Fire. Actually, I kind of have it backwards because traditionally we would see the daughter first. So let's check that out. So daughter of fire would be the page of wands, or if you have a thought deck, would be the princess. The son of fire is the knight or the prince of wands. Mother is the queen. And the father of fire would be the king of wands, or if you have a thoth, would be the knight of wands. The ace of water. The two of water. This one's so cute. The three of water celebration. Look how much fun that is in the water. I love that. This one is beautiful. The five of water. Four of water, four of cups, stubbornness. It's like, I've read this, like I said, I've read this deck a few times, and you can look at her. She's kind of looking down, but she looks trapped, but it feels to me like she can kind of slide out and let herself free. But she's choosing not to. Like she's choosing to see herself as trapped. And that is so Four of Cups energy. Stubbornness. Five of Cups, mourning, yes. Like you're shutting out the sun. Like you chose to close that window and just shut off the sun, or maybe the sun got turned off in your life or something like that. This Six of Cups, I love this image. This kid is like forever floating in midair. I love his face. He's the cutest thing, but I don't know, his arm and the way he's kind of floating and his friends like running. There's something so celebratory and powerful about this image. I absolutely love it. Seven of Cups, Seven of Water, illusion, right? The magician, perhaps. Eight of Cups, Eight of Water. I love this woman. I mean, how stunning is she? And how stunning is this outfit? Oh, love that. Nine of Water, how powerful is that? Nine of Water. You have your 10 of Water. Yes, friendship, family. The Son of Water. The Prince or the Knight. Daughter, princess, or page. You got the Mother of Water and the Father. Ace of Air. This Two of Air, Two of Swords, indecision and confronting yourself. Absolutely amazing. Three of Air, Three of Swords, heartbreak, right? He looks like he's wiping off a tear. He's just not looking that great. It's such, this deck, honestly, guys, has such striking, beautiful images. Four of Swords, rest. Five of Swords. Six of Swords, you still got the boat, right? As normally we would see a boat. Not in every deck, of course. Different artists, different styles. Same thing here. The Eight of Swords has a similar energy to the Four of Cups, where they're both really about stubbornness, but the Eight of Air, the Eight of Swords, is a mental prison. So it's how we're seeing our situation, right? She looks like she just kind of like gave up, right? And there isn't really anyone around to help or something. I don't know. I just find this Eight of Swords to be so striking. And this Nine of Swords too. His face is like he's scared, panicked. And that's the Nine of Swords. Sleepless nights, panic, stress, anxiety. So his face really says it all. 10 of Swords. I love this image. Again, very similar to the Six of Swords. Or Six of Cups. He's forever suspended in time. And this running forward, this movement as the knight or the prince. I love her so much. Her face, her smile is just really beautiful. The princess or the Page of Swords, the queen. I love this. And the King of Swords. This Ace of Earth is one of my absolute favorites. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Coins, Ace of Earth, whatever you want to call it. Because Ace of Pentacles, the Pentacles are the suit of the Earth, right? So we have Ace of Earth here, grounding, strong, rooted, and movement forward, stepping ahead with purpose, with planning, with like you've thought about it and now you're moving forward with strength. I love this Ace of Earth. Two of Earth, the juggler, of course. Three of Earth, teamwork, working together, absolutely. Four of Earth. This one, I will admit, it took me a second to kind of like understand it, because I was like, wait, he's climbing up to maybe get some coconuts, I think. So why is this the Four of Pentacles? Like, Four of Pentacles is the miser, the hoarder, the saver, like he's saving money, or he's cheap, right? So he's holding on to his money. But this can also be he's holding on to the tree, right? Or maybe he wants all the coconuts for himself. So you can intuit it this way as well. This Five of Earth, Five of Pentacles, poverty, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like the outsider. I mean, this image says it all. Oh my God. The Six of Earth is one of the most beautiful images I've ever seen. Look at this cute little baby, but then her hands are so nurturing and powerful and strong, protecting, right? Giving and receiving. It's like we give protection and the baby gives nurture and love, right? It's that equal energy exchange about giving and receiving when it comes to love. Seven of Earth totally makes sense. They're waiting for these little trees to grow into big trees. Eight of Earth, work, absolutely. I love this Nine of Earth so much. She's like the world to me in this deck. Every time I see her face, I can't help but smile. She just got this really big, beautiful smile, and it makes me smile back. And I can't. I absolutely am in love with this deck very, very much. I will say this. I absolutely love the Ghetto Tarot, but I feel Alice Smeets outdid herself with this deck. The Son of Earth, Daughter of Earth. I love her attitude too, but she's like learning, she's educating herself. I love it. The Mother of Earth, and finally, the Father of Earth. All right, guys, that's everything for the Gift of Life Tarot by Alice Smeets. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and review. Have a beautiful day out there.